us, the fantasies. No one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. This for you, this for us. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book. Open up your brown book, baby. Look. Open up your brown book, baby. This for you, this for us. The fantasies. No one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby.
Hey,
this
hey,
you, this for us. The fantasies.
That's my jam. That's my jam. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's your girl, Shay Baby, and welcome back to another episode here at the Brown Book Series. I see you guys checking in. You guys are awesome. I love it. You guys are here. Y'all already know I have a special guest tonight. She's a friend of the show. She's a friend of mine. She's going to be at Raw next year. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up to Miss Sexy, Sensual, Romance author herself, honey. Because y'all know, honey, she be writing some good old stuff, honey. Y'all, Miss Aja.
Hello.
How are you, darling?
I'm wonderful. And like, how could I not be with an intro like that? That music is so dope. It just sets the mood. And then you come in with your beautiful self. I love it.
Aja, thank you so much for joining me tonight. You know I love me some Aja, honey.
And I love me some you.
That's what I'm talking about, girl. I was talking to you guys a couple of weeks ago with the babes of Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, Aja, you was like, girl, you keep looking at me. I said, quit playing with me. You know what you talk to me and my people. Let's say hello up in this chat, honey. Hey, y'all. Hey, hello up in the chat. What's going on up in the chat? Let's see here. Let's see who we got. Of course, Midnight 8 for Midnight 8 Book Bar. Hi, Midnight. Miss JB, what it do? Baby, put my glasses on so I can see who up in here. Hey, Miss JB.
Hello.
Mama Tony. Hey, y'all. Hey. That's right, my girl, Missy. Missy, what's up? That's it. BBS crew checking in. You know what it do. Yes, ma'am. Hi, Miss Linda. Hey, y'all. Hey. They all saying welcome to you, Aja. Honey, they saying welcome.
Thank you.
Love it. Love it. Look at them. What's up, Cuzzo? How y'all? Hey, that's right. Y'all come on in for Miss Aja tonight. Miss Aja. Hey, Tori. Hi. You guys are wonderful. Thank you guys for joining us. Y'all already know that we about to have us a good old time tonight. Does anybody know what happened? I'm sorry. Would you ask me if we streaming on Facebook? Yeah. We streaming? Ain't we streaming? Yes, we streaming. You can go to my page. You can go to Aja's page. I know we on YouTube, but you in the right place already, Miss Passion. Can you see us? You can see us. All right, cool. Y'all, hey, y'all. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hello, Kimmy.
Look at Kimmy. Hey, y'all. Hi. Hello.
That's my L.
Again. What? Hold on, Kimmy. You said what now? On a scale of 1 to 10, Shay. Listen. You already know. You can read my shirt. That's how it's going to happen tonight. Listen. Now, we've said hello to everyone. Well, not to everyone, but to a lot of people. So, for the ones we haven't said hello to, we said hello to everybody that's joining us tonight. Thank you so much for just, being here and showing Aja so much love. Like I said, she's a friend to the show, and we just so happy she's here with us. Now, on to the bullshit.
Okay.
Aja, tell us a little bit about yourself. For the 1, 2, or 3 people in the back who don't know, you know what I'm saying? Let us know, what is it like in a day in the life of Miss Romance, Sensual, Miss Erotica, Miss Honey, Miss AKA Miss Deep Baby, Miss Aja, honey. What is it like? Yes. What is it like in a day in the life of being you?
I'm Aja, AJA, frontwards and backwards. I am a self-published, independent, full-time author, mother of 2 beautiful children, wife of a wonderful, devoted, handsome, everything husband.
Girl, you better close your eyes and talk about that man.
just woo, the inspiration behind everything. I just love what I do. I love connecting with my readers. I just love my life. I really just live life to the fullest. And I try to put everything that is in my heart and soul into my stories. And that's really important to me. And I just give it a little bit, just like a little drop of drama, but not too much. I'm low drama, very low drama, except for this series that we're getting ready to discuss. Well,
Right.
Slick.
Mm-hmm.
My books are very sensual, erotic, passionate. So the sex will be hot. Yeah. So yeah, it's me. When you read my stories, you'll get me. Yeah.
I love it. Now, I just sometimes, girl, Kimmy, don't come over here messing with us, honey. Yes,
Yeah, I love the sun too. So that's what Kimmy said.
yes, she does love the stuff. I love, yes, swooning. Yes, she is. Love that. We do love that. Oh, y'all love my. I love. Okay, thank you, girl. I'll send you one, honey. I'll send you one.
You know what? I agree with that
You
shirt.
know how we do. See what they said over here in the chat. She said, yes, that's kind of, we can tell you put everything in the words in your story. Yes, honey. She
Oh,
put it all
thank
in there,
you so
girl.
much.
She put it all in there. Now, Aja,
Mhm.
how did you start this whole writing genre? Because you had a writing partner at first, right? Roy Glenn. Were you guys like a writing partner? How did that relationship start?
It actually started way back in the day, like 2013. I was part of a group called WRSRG. It was like a Facebook group for writers and readers, and it was a way to like connect writers and readers together and also provide resources for writers. Nia Forrester was like a co-founder of that group. So that goes all the way back
Yeah.
before Facebook groups is like what it is today. And he is one of the authors that we interviewed, and I was the person to interview. Now, this is before virtual, like streaming or anything like that. So everything was occurring within the group. And so, like, prior to um right before we were getting ready to start the chat within the group, I was sharing with him that I was like an aspiring writer and that I had a blog. Like, he asked me about it and I shared my blog, and he read it and he was like, you really can write, but you need some help with your dialogue. And then, you know what, he didn't lie, because I would spend a lot of time in my characters' heads. It would just be nothing but like narration. I mean, it was just like on and on and on in these people's heads, but they would never speak to each other. So he said, I'm really great at that and I'll help you. So this is how he kind of became a mentor. And I had like maybe two stories that I had started and never finished, but then I had this short story that I started to work on. So we co-wrote this short story together, and that's how we became known as like a duo.
Nice.
But then I was slowly releasing my own work independent from him, at the same time. So, but he was just much more of a prolific writer, so there was so much more coming from him during that time than me. And then eventually I got my feet.
I absolutely love it. I love when I tell people all the time, you need a mentor. You need someone who will teach you basically everything. Because, let's just be honest, some people be like, okay, they teach you a little bit
Yeah.
and don't want you to get too, like, I guess, higher than them or further than them in the industry that you're in. But I love that. I love that someone took you on their wings and was like, yo, this girl got something. Let's get this together.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that. And honestly, there's been so many people that have been a part of my world that have kind of nudged me along. So he was one in a major part. But like, even when someone that's like really dear to you, Beverly Jenkins, she is she read my blog and she said, Aja, why are you writing a blog and why are you not writing a book? I'll never forget that.
I was just like,
And
you sound like her.
I mean, it was really like matter of fact like that. We were at I think it was the Romance Slam Jam, I want to say, and she was like, you need to be writing a book. And so I published probably the following year. So for me to receive an award with her name on it was just like such a great honor, you know. And we also have a long story. Like there's a really cool story about how I met Beverly Jenkins for the first time many years ago. But yeah, she's another person that has been in my life that has really pushed me to do what I'm doing right now.
Girl, yes, honey. She would get you together. I'd be like, Auntie, look, I'm not doing that. But why not? I'm like, well, okay. Then she just
Yeah.
tell me what I should do. No, this is what you should do. And her saying this is what you should do is like, listen, you better go ahead on and do this. And I'll be like, okay, girl, I'm gonna go ahead on and get this together.
Right. You need to listen.
Yeah. I mean, a treasure, definitely for sure, a treasure. And speaking of books and all that jive, you've been here before. You know how we get down. It brings us to the first segment here, the Brown Book series called Name That Book.
Okay.
Where we give you a character, a passage, or something pertaining to one of your books, and you have to name that book. Y'all don't be helping her in the chat, okay? They're gonna help you. Kimmy gonna be helping. Look at them. Yeah, she is definitely an amazing woman. Inspiration is it good for the soul? Yes, it is, Miss Veronica. Yes, it is. All right, Aja, are you ready?
Yes.
To name that book?
I think so.
You think so? Girl, you got this, honey. You got this. Meant to be quiet. Every time I say you got this, meant to be like loud. So it's like today it's gonna be good. First up, name that book. Here we go. They didn't know her story before because she hadn't told them.
Zora.
That
Zora
is
from Soul Ties.
Yes, that's Zora from Soul Ties. That's book 1. Book 4 in the Soulmate series.
Yes.
So let me tell you about this series. I love all your stuff. I do. I think I told you this before. This is my favorite series of yours. I don't know if it's because I do. I love these women, especially Zora. I don't know if it's because they just got that. I don't want to call it power, but like they are just some strong women. I love them. Like they can see the future, or they're not psychic. What are they?
They are just gifted. They're just divinely connected to the source, the creator, God. And they have an awareness of their gift, because I believe all women have intuition.
Yes.
We just, sometimes some of us are just more in touch with it. But these women are in touch with it and are strong in it, and they use it to help one another and to help other people. And I just really wanted to highlight that gift in them while also being very human, because they're not like supernatural creatures that like you can't relate to. They are people that they're you. And I just love them too. I'm glad that you love them. I'm glad so many people love them, because I miss them. I'm writing something now that allows me to kind of see them and interact with them. And it's just like speaking to family when I'm writing. I feel like I know these people, they're in my heart. So every time that I give a little update in some other story, I just get so emotional about it, because where they came from inside of me, they just really mean so much to me. And I think when I was on here, I talked to you about, we were discussing soul love, and I was sharing with you that they are kind of fashioned after my interactions with the women in my family. So I always feel like it's a family story for me.
It's definitely a family story. I love them. Just their banter. So much wisdom, so much. I'm just like, yo, that is true. Now, let me tell you about Zora, honey. I don't want to sit down with Zora, honey, because Zora seems like she can just tell me my whole life, and I'll be like, oh.
She can read you.
In the true sense of read. You hear me?
Yeah.
Look, y'all gotta go. If y'all have not read the Soulmate series, you have to read it. Because I asked you before, I'm like, you only gonna do 4 books? And you was like, yeah. I'm like, girl, why?
People get tired after a while. They don't want to. I mean, they say they want more, but they don't really want more.
Well, girl, this is the right one for me then. How about that? You can call it Shay Soul or something. I don't know. Just
okay.
Write it just for me.
I'm writing it down.
You know what I mean? And I share it with a couple people. Like, do y'all want to read it? If y'all don't, no problem. I'm saying I absolutely love it. All right, let's see. Next up, name that book. Character. Karina Clark.
For once.
For Once. Tell us a little bit about For Once.
It's a office romance story, very sexy. Every time I think of For Once, I always think of what's his name? He's Kevin on Chicago PD, but I think his real name is Leroyce Hawkins because Salik, I wrote Salik to look like that man.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, he's so fine.
Girl.
But just a
Elite
story
girl.
of, finding love in a place that you just didn't think that you would, and a story of learning yourself and standing in your truth and getting your life together, because Salik is a character that has done some reckless things at the workplace, and it's actually one of the places where I am able to show readers something that's going on with one of the soulmates characters. Khalil is the boss of these people in this story. So it's like one of the first times you see him after the series is over. And anyway, just Salik just does some stuff at work that he needs, some guidance on. And that wisdom now comes from one of the men of the Soulmate series. So this is another endearing series to me. It just is. I mean, like, because it's not a series actually, but For Once it's actually connected to Eight Naughty Notes, which is a Bays of Christmas book.
That you did with like Elle and Sherelle and all them, right?
All of them.
Oh,
And then I also with the Bays of Juneteenth, it's also tied in. So like these three standalones have connections and also connect to my soulmate world. I've built a universe here, Shay.
Listen, I'm just waiting. I'm just gonna put on my my little, what's it called, them, the Oculus glasses, honey, and just look at your world. I just want to be there. I just want to look. I love it. I absolutely love it. Y'all, hey, thanks for everybody that's joining us. To everyone, the new people that's dropped in. Hey, I'm on with award-winning bestselling author Aja. She's telling us we're talking about all her books, honey, all things Aja. At the bottom, you see it strolling. You go to her website. Her social media handles are there. So while we on right now, go make sure you join her newsletter. Go to her Facebook page, her IG, and her Twitter. Like and follow her. Also, if you could just drop a like here on the Brown Book Series. If you like what you see, hey, let us know. Drop a like, please subscribe and share. Also, go to the Brown Book Series and subscribe to our newsletter there. Okay, so hey, y'all. Hey, for everybody who's joining us right now, back to you, Aja. We're playing the game of Name That Book. So, the next up, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Name that book. Here we go. I like the description, and I like the way he made me feel, and in the days following our time in the booth near the window.
This would be Is this I Am Yours?
Girl, you say something. That is book one in your love and passion. I love you. I love these series too, but Soulmate's just my favorite. I don't. Okay, cool. Yeah. Tell us a little about the whole series, Love and Passion.
Well, the Love and Passion series is more like interconnected stories. I think the first time I wrote like a series that I consider a series would be like the Soulmate series. But the rest, like the previous ones, it's like the characters may connect, but it doesn't. You can read them as standalones. Okay, so that's the first thing to know about the Love and Passion series is you can read them as standalones. But I Am Yours it's my first baby for real. Like independent, I wrote it and that's mine. And I just really loved Amara and her honesty, because she was unlike and still unlike the majority of the heroines that I've written. She's not a romantic. She's kind of running away from relationships. She's running away from the love of her life. Whereas the majority of my characters are kind of like, here, take me. I've been waiting for you. She's the opposite due to just a lot of drama having to do with her father. It's like heavy in women's fiction. I feel it's a romance, but there's a lot of baggage that's involved that I really have to work through with her. But still one of my most fulfilling stories to write. And if you just want to get a feel for, how I was writing back in the day, this is a really good story for that.
I absolutely love it. Yes, honey, I am yours. Ew, ew, ew. You're doing great, Aja.
Thank you.
Girl, you're doing
Glad I'm remembering.
good.
This
And
pause, it kind of takes some memories away. So I was like,
listen, I'm gonna tell you this before we keep going. One author, because I would dare not say her name, her publicist had hit me back after we finished, and they was like, "Well, she felt some type of way, Shay." I said, "Well, why?" She said, "Because you guys talked about all the books, and she just wanted to talk about that one particular book." And I'm like, "Well, girl, look. First of all, nobody know who you are. Anyway, you have new people who are listening and who are looking, because just because we're going to talk about that book, but we want them to know all about all your series, all your books, all your everything, because we don't want them to just to read that one thing. We want them to go back into your backlog, honey, and sell out. So that's why I go through everything, because I'm just be like, honey, I just want people like, look, we're gonna talk about smoke them, honey, but you honey, y'all gotta read these soulmate girls, and y'all gotta read, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we're talking about stories, but I'm a story. Like if you gotta go back to the beginning to get to know me a little bit.
Girl, you better, that will preach. Like, girl, yes, honey, let it preach, baby. Yes. All right, name that book. Here we go.
Okay.
Now, trying to get over what was declared a mistake, fate and a bit of high-handedness forces these two to see that there is never a mistake when love is at play.
This would be Queen's Heart.
That will be Queen's Heart. Girl, the Queen's Heart. Love it. All right, Queen's Heart. Tell us about this girl, honey.
So what gave it away was the fate thing. Queen's Heart is part of a duology. Wicked Nights is the first book in that series. And I have kind of like this element of fate, like this supernatural thing that's going on. You can't see it, you don't hear anything, but it's there. It's pushing these characters together. So but Queen's Heart is just, to me, a beautiful story of what is it about to me? Doing like following your heart, because both of these characters, she loved him, but then he had this sense of honor, and also listening to his father about staying away from her, because they were friends and family and connected to each other. And they eventually follow their hearts. And, because when he realizes he might actually lose her and she might move away, he's like, I'm coming. So stuff happens even on the airplane before they even land in New Orleans, because it just gets on and popping right there in first class.
Yes,
were they in first class? Somebody gonna have to tell me. But they was under a blanket anyway. It was all wonderful.
It's normally wonderful in first class on the blanket, baby.
I know Emma's not talking about that series when she says beautiful, so spiritual.
No, she's talking about it was beautiful though.
It was
spiritual. It was beautiful and spiritual. We have Sean D. Young in the house.
Hey,
what's up? Sean does your who does your book?
That's my person.
That's your person.
She's my person.
When you say my person, what does that mean?
She's just, she's not just my graphic designer. She's my friend. She's, she's my big sister. She's just Sean. I call her my Sean. She's my Sean.
That's what's up. Well, your Sean is on here representing you tonight. How about that?
Hey, Sean.
I absolutely love it. Love when fellow authors can just be. You know what I'm saying? Just be cool. Just be happy. Just be, I love it. That's right. I'm giving us those backlinks, honey. Let's go. Look. Here you go. Missy out. She be catching me, honey. Not the author was in the unknown zone. Okay. Talking that craziness to me. I was like, girl. Oh, Sean said, oh, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So that was The Queen's Heart. All right, next up, name that book. The truth is that only she can save herself, but love can help. Name that book. Girl, you better talk about Slick, honey. That's the newest release. Slick. Show us that book cover one more time, girl. I think I got that same good. So I think I got that same good sword. Miss Slick, baby, tell us about Smoke's daughter, honey. And Mastro's sister.
I gotta take a breath for this.
Please do. Please do.
She is the most misunderstood character of the series, and the one who needs the most care and love. She needs gentleness in a way that I didn't provide the two men in the series, because that's not what they needed. I mean, they needed love and they needed tenderness from the women that I gave them, but she needed something different, because herself was really torn apart by the absence of her mother, which we know about from the beginning of the series.
Right.
And then also her mother's role in the drama that's unfolding in the arc of the story. And she just didn't have an opportunity to fully blossom as a woman, and like in maturity. I mean, physically she blossomed and she was intelligent, but that part of her that would keep her calm in situations where she would use wisdom instead of, her impulses, that wasn't all the way developed. And it was that way because her mother wasn't there and no one else was there to provide her with that type of guidance and nurturing. So I provide that to her through the help of, do I tell you like a lot? Should I tell you a lot?
Well, you tell me a lot, but don't give me a spoiler. Don't tell me, give me like a roundabout.
She gets some help. She seeks help, but mostly she's encouraged to get help. And one of the people that does that is the man that I give her, who is Malachi Montgomery, the son of Malachi Montgomery Sr., who is now running the family law firm, due to his father's illness. And he is tasked with helping Slick with a legal issue that she has. But then in the course of, meeting her and seeing how fine she is, and then also just a couple of collisions that they have, he realizes he's really into her, like really, really into her. But he also, due to just some personality traits of his, he can't just like fall in love with this woman and just let her flail, because he sees that happening. So he encourages her to get help, and he's one of the people that helps her. And they do fall in love in this story, and they have some really, really like nasty, hot sex. Oh gosh. Like he wants her to ride him with her knife tied to her, strapped to her thigh. Like he's into stuff, but they just have I think a beautiful relationship. And I just really am proud of this body of work, because I wrote a story about Slick, really, but it wasn't. It was about Sarai, the woman. Slick is her nickname. I wrote about Sarai.
I absolutely love it. Now, tell us about the series itself, because baby, Smoke was so fine. Let me tell you something. And that's the daddy.
Yeah.
And Maestro, look at Smoke. You know who Smoke remind me of?
Who?
I love the blues, right? So I don't know if you know Mel Waiters. He used to sing that song as Hole in the Wall.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got you.
You remind me of him. And I was just like, listen, just at a juke joint, So and then Maestro, I said, Lord, Paul back, he's trying to live up to his daddy's name. And yes, and that thing was sexy right there. You hear me? That book is everything. Tell us about that series, about because so when people were just picking up Flick's book, I suggest you go back because for me, you need to know the family's history.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about this series. The girl, and the name of the series is the what?
The Enigma series.
Why? What the Enigma? What?
Because you don't really know, you don't know them, and you don't know what to expect from them or from me, to be honest. Like, I'm telling you a little bit about myself as well, because prior to the Enigma series, what you know me for is writing central, sexy,
Yeah.
intense romance stories, not gritty, violent. Yeah, like you just are not accustomed to this type of thing from me. So I wanted to stretch myself with this series, and I do that with these characters, a family of, someone called them morally gray before, and I like it because they definitely do some bad things,
Yes.
and they definitely hurt some people along the way, but they do have a code of ethics. And Smoke, who is the leader of this clan, comes from the old school where there's ways that you do things that you don't do in the name of vengeance and setting things straight. um there's just a code of ethics, and they often like to teach people what that looks like. Sometimes it's just the principle of the thing. It's about teaching the principle, and he's
Right.
very big on that. Maestro, well, let me back up.
Okay.
I wrote Smoke. The idea of writing him came when continued to get deeper into the Soulmate series, and I realized just how much these women were impacted by the absence of the father. And when by the time I got to Zora's story, I realized I wanted to talk about him. And I don't know why I do that, but I did. And then I was like, now I'm writing his book, and I'm like, how do I actually redeem this character when everyone hated him? Like, they hated Smoke in the Soulmate series, and here I am writing like a romance, even though it's crime, crime romance, it's still a romance story. And here I am, doing this with someone that everyone hates. But as I was developing his character, I realized, just like I have a story, and I said that earlier, he has a story, he has a reason. And really, that's all I'm trying to do when I'm telling these stories. It's just telling you why, and like telling you how. It's not my place to judge them,
Right.
So
Right.
I just tell the story. So in telling and or developing Smoke, I realized, he has these two children that have also been impacted by the life that he's lived, by their mother's failure to be a mother, and what would it be like to tell their side as well. So now you got two sides of children that are connected to Smoke. And I just also love to show that light and dark, because like even when you look at the graphics, like the covers and all of the promos and stuff, you got the Soulmate series, it's gold, glittery, like, you think of like soul and just beauty. And then on
Ooh.
other
Ooh.
side is dark and gritty and like,
Yes.
what's going on? That's intentional. Sean is brilliant. So anyway, this series is just about redemption, reconciliation. Um, it's about the principle of things. It's about, what do they say? The chickens come home to roost. There's just something like that,
Yep.
there's a price that has to be paid. So even as these characters are finding love, there are some things that happened many, many years ago that has to be rectified by the end of this series. And I just do that and just continue to show that in each book. You said that Maestro is like trying to live up to his father's his name.
Yeah.
I feel like Maestro made a name for himself.
You know what? It's still like in the beginning. Well, in the beginning, he had a little attitude because he was like, "Daddy, why you still, you got to come out of retirement. You supposed to go and live your life and do your thing." And so I feel like for me in the beginning, he was so consumed with,
Yeah.
dude, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, Maestro, do your thing. So I was just like, but then towards the end, I'm like, okay, Smoke can now for real be like, oh, you got it, boo boo. So
I
yeah,
think they learned how to coexist. I think
yeah,
that he learned that there's value in having your elders, and that's something that I believe in real life. You
me
know
too.
that the people that are older than us carry that wisdom and knowledge that um, if we were to remove them from the picture, then we're going to be like repeating cycles. You know what I mean? Rather than just asking them, like, you tried this
Generational curse.
before, what happened? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, tell
generational
me.
curses. Yeah, people don't want to
Yeah.
listen. Like they've been here. We're standing on their shoulders. They've already they created the wheel. We don't have to
Right.
reinvent it. Just sprinkle a little our personality on top of it. You can't
Yeah.
just totally disregard the elders, or because listen,
And that's
they
what's
had it.
wrong in a lot of
Yes,
places.
yes, they had
Mhm.
this thing figured out. I'm like, you're
Right.
right. So yeah, I love it. So and then it trickled down from Smoke um to Maestro and Slick, honey. I was like, Slick, what is she
Wow.
doing?
Just wow. That she's just wow.
But I loved it. I loved it. You know what? Take a quick moment. Iris Bowler, USA Today's bestseller author, is in the house. She said she had to come out and just support
Mm.
Aja because, honey, we called her earlier today and she was like, girl, I'm writing. I ain't got time to be playing with y'all.
And happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday, Miss Iris. Iris had, honey, listen, I thought when you get a woman of particular age, honey, you supposed to stop partying, honey.
Oh, you're supposed to party harder.
But baby, party hard. I'm talking about like 7 days of party, and I'm like, I absolutely love it. So yes, Iris, happy birthday, Bookie. Happy birthday. They are loving you in this chat. So if you not got Slick yet, please go out and get this book. You do not you gotta the whole series because I love me some Smoke. Smoke is bae. Somebody said in the chat, yes, Smoke is bae. You gotta go get this whole entire series. It is wonderful, and your numbers looking great, boo boo. Like the reviews are in, and
Thank
honey,
you.
the reviews say that I just that bitch, baby, she can do it.
I really appreciate it. I do. Like, I say this all the time, but I don't know what else to say because it's the truth, but I feel so blessed by it. I felt extremely blessed by the Soulmate series. I feel like it brought something out of me.
Yeah.
It really just confirmed something for me about myself. And then this series has done the same thing for a different reason because I said that I wanted to do something that I hadn't done before, and to do that and to feel success by my standard, like what would be successful for me, and for me to be able to do that with all three books. Like, I feel great about all three. It's just a blessing that the readers that have picked up the book, the majority of them really are digging what I did, and that's just a blessing to me, and I'm just so happy.
We're definitely digging what you did. Like we said, honey, you pick it up what I'm putting down. Yep, we got you. Called it. We absolutely love it. Now going back to this series, because like I said, the book Slick is out now. It's the latest release in the Enigma series, but I suggest you guys go get everything. Go get it's only 3 books in the series, so go make sure you go pick all 3 of them up. Now, are you going to do any other books in this series, or is that it?
Okay, so
Thank you.
I
Let me
hope that the people who have this question are here tonight or
okay.
tune in later. But there has always been this desire for the both sides to come together. The children that he had with Zora and the children that he has with Carmen to come together. And so there were people who were slightly disappointed, even though, the reviews were positive, that they didn't see that reunion, or I guess it's not exactly a reunion, but that meeting and joining of two sides in Slick, because they were waiting for that to occur. But
Right.
to me, it was such a heavy experience. Too heavy for me to place that in Slick's story. It would have detracted away from what she had going on. And if you've read the
Right.
book, it's very emotional.
It is.
So I didn't want to have this emotional thing that had to do with her taking place at the same time that I have her meeting up with siblings that she doesn't have any contact with. Just too much. And so I decided to do a short story that would be completely dedicated to them. And hold on one moment.
Honey, y'all getting an exclusive, honey. Y'all getting an exclusive.
So this story, We Are One, will be the story that brings both of the series together. You will get to see both Zora and Carmen's children come together, and it surrounds a wedding. That's all I'll say is it surrounds a wedding. But there will be a little bit of that grit, that mystery, that suspense. Something does take place, but it's mostly just dedicated to bringing these two sides of the family together, and it just being all love, and that's what I really wanted for them. And so yeah,
that's gonna be, I cannot wait, honey. Y'all heard it here first, honey. You heard it here first, honey. It's gonna be a connection. I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. I'm glad you're doing that too, because you really don't, you really don't see that where you see okay, they got kids over there, just to see them come together. That's hot. And especially how smoke get down. I love it. Absolutely love it. Right. So it brings us, speaking of love, brings us to the next segment here at the Brown Book Series called Who'd You Rather? Well, we take a couple of your heroes, we pit them against each other, and you let us know who you want to have a one-night stand with. Whew. Yeah, it's gonna no love. Okay. No love, no nothing. I'm talking about one night stand. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Hit it and quit it. And I was like, y'all, don't give us the normal that we know for a fact. She gonna be like, we know Smoke is bae, so don't leave him out. We know, you know what I'm saying? We know certain ones that we like, So we gonna leave the big hitters out. I think I asked you before anyway, and I think Smoke, I'll beat out everybody. So we yeah, Smoke is back. So we're not putting Smoke in this one, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Who'd you rather? Noah or Joseph, the Farrington boy?
Joseph.
Okay, why Joseph over Noah?
Because I feel like Noah, I have more of a potential to fall in love with, where Joseph, I would just have a good time and I would be able to go on my way.
Going about your business. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Noah, yeah, you're right, honey. Because Noah, okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Joseph. All right, next up, who'd you rather? Mr. Raphael Dupree or Mr. Malik Dewberry? It ain't right. I know.
I'm thinking Malik.
Okay.
Because Raphael and that French and the wee and all in my ear and stuff, I'm going to want more nights of that. So Malik.
Malik. I'm with you, Raphael, because he wee one time. I'm going to skip. Baby, let me tell you something.
I hear that.
I can't do it, girl. No, Miss Sealy, no. All right, so we're going with Malik. All right, next up. Now, I didn't do Smoke, but I did play with Eli Maestro Lewis, or Raymond, Mr. Victor McCullough.
Woo.
No, girl. Who'd you rather? One night stand. Back against the wall. Let them draw fall.
I think Raymond. Because he's so big that I might be running away from him. So, but I just got to try one time. But, I might not be able to do it all the time. I give it up to Tracy. Tracy was able to handle that. But I don't know. The way I wrote him, I don't know. This is really unfair. This is not a fair question. This one is more equally matched.
You're right. But guess what?
I know. Okay, so Raymond.
So, what you thinking, Raymond or Eli?
I'm saying Raymond, but okay, you know what? This is I got it.
Okay,
it's Raymond for sure, because I do not want to die, because I know that Kimmy will kill me because she's married to Eli. So there you go.
Well, no, hold on. No. Without we ain't studying. Kim go ahead. We're not studying no wives, no girlfriends. Both of these men are single and they ready. Disregard all outside people. Is you and the D. Which one?
Okay, it's Eli.
Okay,
I'm switching. It's Eli, and I'm gonna tell you why.
tell me why.
Y'all can see I love both of them. But it's gonna be Eli because his way in the streets, I'm really not trying to get shot at. So one night would be, it would be enough for me. And that way I can live. I don't know what Mean is gonna do, but I know me, I want to live. So
You know what?
Eli one night.
Eli one night, I'm with it. What they said in the chat, baby? They over here in this old chat just being real ignorant over there. What's going on? All right, so people are here. You said that ain't right. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I'm just saying. That's right. You love love the books and the series. You got to connect to all of them. Who did y'all go for? Oh, they said, oh, wait a minute. Definitely Raymond. Somebody said Mr. Big Stuff, please and thank you. They're going, y'all, they loving Raymond in the chat. Everybody.
Oh,
Okay. Miss Collins said, okay, Raymond. Okay. Oh, look at her.
You see, told you. I'm gonna have to hear her after this. It's gonna. I probably got a text message now.
She already over here. She already. They said, don't mess with Kimmy, man. Girl, you can't leave all that good D out here in this old world, girl. Who's fired, Kimmy? Get it together. Kimmy, I like that, girl. You got to share, honey. Me and you are never part. My key die. Okay? You cannot do that. All that. Aja.
Yes.
Aja's moments. What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year, both in the literary world and in your personal life?
Personally, it's to rest, to really embrace how far I've come, to not feel like I've always got to be doing something, that I can take a break, I can breathe, and I can just enjoy the fruits of my labor. In the literary sense, the opposite. So to think about what I need to be doing next, prepare, organize, get my outlines together, just be ready to go when I feel like my body and mind has really had the opportunity to rest. So the short story will come before I take all this rest I'm talking about. But then after that, I do just need a moment to just be Aja and to not be on these keys the way I did. I mean, because last month was crazy. I released 2 books 2 weeks apart. What was I doing?
I don't know, but I was here for it.
Yeah.
Right.
And it all worked out. And I'm just like, thank you. But I just need to take a chill pill just a little bit. It may not actually look like that to the outside world, but here where I am, I will be relaxing.
Okay, well, yes, girl, you gotta get some relaxation, honey, because we need some more books. So we need you to be well rested.
Yes,
well rested. All right, on this moment. In being a novelist, what did you learn a little too late?
Branding. Yeah, branding, marketing, just really how to find my reader and to, make sure that I am delivering consistently to that reader to keep them engaged. I mean, some of my faithfuls, the people that have been there from the beginning, loved me from the start and was extremely patient. But this is a business, and you pay attention and you know that you kind of have to put out that material consistently in order to keep people's attention. And then also do it in a way where they know who you are. And I feel like that was something that I lacked in the very beginning of my journey. But then Sean came along and really, said like, there's a way for you to present yourself. Let me help you in that. Let's talk about what you want to present and what I see for you, and just help to brand me as what you see right now. And, I wish I had been at the beginning, but then I wouldn't have learned the things that I did learn with the absence of it. So, I feel blessed by the entire experience. But yeah, that's it. Branding.
I absolutely love it. A lot of people I didn't know you authors had. I know because when we see you, it's like I absolutely love your website. I love your brand. I love everything.
Oh,
And
thank you.
so it's like, dang, they just get it. Not knowing that you guys, I don't want to say struggle with that too, but
Mhm.
it's something that, and a lot of authors who need to still learn how to do.
Yeah.
Because I go somewhere, so I'm like, girl, you are a bestseller author, girl. Do something with this page, honey. We can't find nothing over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, girl, listen, your branding is on point.
Thank you.
It is on point. All right, author's moments. If you could have tea with one fictional character of yours, who would it be and why?
It would be Zora for
Yeah,
sure.
for me too.
And it would be because I would have a ton of questions that I know she'd have the answer to. And even if she didn't come right out and tell me the answers, she would make it interesting. She would speak to me in, like a parable that would
Yeah.
help guide me, that would help me to connect the dots later. I'll remember the thing that Zora said and I'll see, evidence of it. And I go, oh, this is what she was talking about. And I'll use it. It'll be like that tether, that
Yes.
will help guide me to this next level. But she's just so wise and her life was so imperfect. And I love that part because it's like she's not speaking from this elevated spot. She's right here with you. She just knows some things now. And I would just love to have that conversation with her and just lay it all out. Even though she knows it, she'll still let me talk. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I love
Yes.
that.
I love that too. It'll be Zora for me or Smoke. Probably Zora and Smoke because I just be like, what?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely Zora. But
Okay.
I'd be too scared Zora finna read my whole life. I be like, Zora, don't do me like that.
Give me some lottery numbers, Zora.
How about that? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it would be for me. It would be her or and Smoke. And it's crazy you said about talking in parables. I have an aunt. Well, had an aunt. She's going to see Jesus now. But she that's how she always talked in parables. And I'm like, oh, just like Aunt such, you know what I'm saying? I always remember what she's saying. I was like, why is it that I always remember what she says? And then one of my good friends, he was like, he's a preacher, he's a pastor, whatever. He's like, just like we can always quote a scripture. He's like, the Bible is just a book of parables anyway. I'm like, that is true. And he was like, so we remember, that's just how we remember stuff. And I'm like, that's crazy. And I remember all her parables. I like, child, honey.
Yeah.
So that is true. So yeah, it would be Zora for me too. I absolutely love Zora. All right, author's moments. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
No matter what age, I would just tell myself to just keep going, you know, because I think we want some sort of guidance that will make it easy, but I'm not really looking for easy anymore. I am like everything that I'm doing is rich with something. And it's like I'm getting something out of all of this. I'm getting something out of this moment. You know what I mean? And when I met with you 2 years ago, I got something from that moment. It prepared me for here. So like I don't want to skip no parts. So I just would tell my 15-year-old self, just keep going. Just keep going and enjoying life. That's it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it. All right, author's moments. Now I already know what your pen name is, right?
Okay.
But for the ones who don't, and we gotta talk about that too. We'll have to bring you back because we're almost out of time. But girl,
Yes.
what's the pen name?
Deep.
And girl, who is Deep? What does Deep? Who does she? Girl, who does Deep? What does she do? What does what she write?
So Deep writes erotica with a storyline.
Mhm.
That's what Deep does. She has published a series that features Kia, who is a recently graduated high. Well, she's in college. And I take her through the journey of college through her postgraduate experience. Yeah, and she's very in tune with her sexuality, and she uses her sexuality a lot. She is promiscuous, but she does learn how to um gather herself. Not that she, is any less sexual, but she definitely is more deliberate with her choices of men. And she does eventually fall in love by the time she gets to the third book in the series. And then I also published like a collection of little short stories as well.
Right. You know what? And I know why she got the name Deep, and you guys will have to go back through the years to find the video on the Brown Book Series, our YouTube channel, and listen to Aja's interview and find out where
I'm
the
being
name
good
Deep.
tonight.
Listen, where the you gotta go through and find out where the name Deep comes from. Okay, you gotta find it out, honey. Absolutely. Like what she said. Deep is down for it all. Love her. Yes, honey. Connie, yes, Deep is down for it all. But in order to find out where the name come from, you have to go back and look at that interview, honey. That was a good old interview.
Yeah.
All right. Aja, dead or alive. If you were hosting a dinner party and could invite 5 people from any era, who would it be?
This is tough. My grandmother, mama, my aunt Lucille, she's gone as well. My uncle Eddie, he's gone. So all these people are gone, but I want them all.
Right.
My aunt Jeanette, she's gone, and my mom, she's here. And my mom, because she deserves to see all of them.
Exactly.
And I would just want us all to be together again. Yeah, but it would just be fun. It would be beautiful. My grandmother would be cooking because she wouldn't want no one else doing it. She she, as long as she could stand and do it, she did it, and the food would be so good, and the conversation would be so great, and there would be so much laughter. And I imagine that they can see what I'm doing, and I'd like to hear what they think about it. But even if we just did nothing but just be ourselves and just drink some lemonade on the porch, it would just be perfect. Yeah.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. We have one question left, but ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've already gone to her website, got on her newsletter. I hope you've already gone to her Facebook page, her IG page, her Twitter, or X, or whatever it's called right now, and follow and like her. I hope you've already done that. I hope you already have purchased the book Slick and
Yes.
Smoke and Maestro. I hope you've already have done that. If you have not, please go and do that. Please go and get everything that Aja has her name on it, okay? And that's AJA front and back, baby. You can get it both ways, sweetie, both ways.
That's right.
Absolutely love it. Now, Aja, before we ask this last question, please let everybody know where they can contact you, even though they're reading it below, but for the people in the back who just need to hear it, where they can contact you, where they can get your book and all the, your book, and then where they can pick up your last novel, Slick, along with the rest of them.
Thank you so much, Shay. You can connect with me across social media at Aja the Writer. With exception to Facebook, it would be Aja the Writer Books. You can find me on Amazon. Sometimes it's a little tricky finding me just because I don't do the last name. So it's just Aja. But if you put in author Aja, if you want to throw in some soulmate series in there, it'll take you right to me. So all of my books are available on Amazon, and all are available on Kindle Unlimited. So you can definitely, if you're not sure about me just yet, you can try me out. But then start buying, you can do that. My website is ajatherewriter.com, and you can find out more about me there. What else would you ask me to do?
I think that's it. Well, they can go get your books and stuff on Amazon, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And y'all just go to the website, ajatherewriter.com, and it'll take you to every platform you want to go to.
Mm-hmm. And
Love
I'll
it.
be at the One Love reunion
Yes.
next just in like a week and a half. I'll be at the
Yeah.
One Love reunion. And then as Shay mentioned, I will be at
She
Raw.
gonna be a Raw 24. Raw 24. It's gonna be awesome. You know, she wasn't able to make it last year, but she was like, girl, hey, what's up? I'm there next year. So Aja will be, yes, honey, because she had a choice, because I can come to her house, knock on her door. You know how we do, we'll pull up. So she's gonna be at Raw 24. If you have not got your tickets yet, please go and do so. We're gonna stop dropping the lineup, and I don't want y'all to be like, oh my gosh, Shane, that's the lineup. And oh my God, I can't get no ticket now because it's sold out. I'm be like, girl, I told you it's gonna be awesome. Last year was awesome. Next year is gonna be even better. It's gonna be crazy. And Aja is gonna be in the house. She's gonna be just, oh my God. We'll try to see if we get Smoke to come with her, a monster or somebody.
Oh, that would be nice.
Girl, yes, we need to work on that, honey. All right, Aja, if you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
Darn it. The first thing that came to my mind, but it wouldn't be a romance, but I'm just so romantic that it just surprised me that this came to my mind. But I would say Goddess Love. But it's like that's what I'm feeling. But I'm like, that's going to be probably a women's fiction, type of vibe. And I would just be wanting to write some fucking in there. You know what I mean?
God is love.
Excuse my language, y'all.
Love the fuck. It is what it is. Honey, listen, like my grandma used to tell me, babe, I was born with a pocketbook, honey. I should never be broke. Listen. That's the story. It's a title about your life. And that's the title of your life. God is love.
It just surprised me. That's all.
Because listen, when you think back over your life and all that you've been through, you'd be like, God, listen, Jesus, you was a keeper, honey.
Yeah.
When I didn't
want to said, and not that's not that it's not the opposite of what I'm saying, but I said goddess. Like God.
Oh, girl, I thought you said God is love. You said
God is love too, but yes, goddess love.
I'm thinking she having a spiritual moment. She's having
I'm always having a spiritual moment. but yes, goddess
she's having a what's it called? What's the god, the mythical moments?
You took me to, how you gonna end this on church? That's what you.
That's what I thought. I'm trying to help you out. You said God is love. I'm like, well, you talking about something, but God is love. You know what I'm saying? He knows our heart.
I know.
Girl is cracking up.
But like when you start talking, you was like, yeah, Jesus is the answer. I was like, wait, hold on, let me make sure she know what I said.
God, listen, it shocked the shit out of me when you said it. I'm like, what? I was shocked. I was that both. I was like, well, let me have my sister out there. We can tell her, God is good, honey. And I said, she talking about some fucking. I'm like, now that's what I expected, but hey, you was looking over your life, so I'm
having a heart flash.
It's time to go. Listen, y'all. We're gonna see y'all next. Now you said she said a word. You just said midnight. What? Yeah, exactly. It is what it is. Thank you, Sharon. She thought the same thing.
I know. I realized after I said it, I was like, okay, let me straighten this out.
Yep, you're right, Connie. May Lord watch between me and thee. Wow, yeah.
Shay, before we go, I just wanted to thank you so much for having me on here. Or am I moving that too fast?
Yes, you gotta get the hell out. We're here. Thank you, Jesus, and he tried. JB said, God is like, I ain't in that shit. Listen. Okay. On that note, we are leaving. We thank you guys. Thank you, Veronica. Veronica's bringing us back in. Great shit. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you. Great. So we'll see you guys next week. 7 o'clock, same time. Make sure you go to AjaTheWriter.com and get everything Aja has written to find out about why she's called Deep. This is a little bit right now, but go to the go find our video from the Brown Book series on our YouTube channel and listen to the last interview to get more about Aja. What you said, Aja? Please tell your mother hello. Mama Tony said, tell your mom hello for her.
Oh, I will.
She will. Yes, she will, honey. And we'll see you guys next week, same channel. If you go get Raw, if you haven't got your tickets for Raw, make sure you go check it out. Aja will be there. Iris D. Bolin will be there. Of course, all the legends that was there last year. We're going to have an awesome time next year. So go to brownbookseries.com or therawexperience.com to go ahead on and get your tickets. I think that's it. All hearts and minds clear. Oh, we had the once in a lifetime interview with Vivian Stevens. We have part 2 coming up. Make sure you stay tuned to brownbookseries.com. Aja, you a mess. brownbookseries.com to get more information about that. The last interview was awesome, and the next one gonna make you clutch your pearls even more. We will see you guys on next week. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Now, Aja, you need some water. What do you do?
I do. This is not water, but
I'll get it.
Open
See y'all guys next week. Like, subscribe, and share. Stay positive. Woo.